Hello students, welcome to Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College. Organization of Commerce and Management. Chapter 1, Principles of Management, Part 5. Students, we had already learned principles of scientific management. So today let's begin with techniques of scientific management. First point, work study. Before assigning the work to the available workforce, proper work study should be done by management. Work study consists of an organized, systematic, and critical assessment of various activities or functions. Work study is based on the techniques such as time study, motion study, method study, and fatigue studies. Time study. Time study determines the standard time required to complete a well-defined job or particular activity. It is a technique which helps manager to observe and record standard time taken by employee to complete a certain task. Standard time is determined on the basis of average time taken by several experiences of the same work. It also determines the precise time required for each element of work. Study is conducted with the help of stopwatch. It is useful to measure the efficiency of employee and to control the cost of work. Method study. There are always various methods of completing the task. It helps to identify best method for best quality and cost effectiveness of doing a particular job. It is very important for the manager to identify the best method, but it's also a challenging task for a manager. Method study also helps in reducing the wastage of time, raw material, as well as it helps to improve utilization of all resources. Method study is helpful to determine the methods of handling the raw material, transportation, inspection, storage, etc. To conduct method study, process chart and operation research techniques are used. Motion study. It refers to movement of employees as well as machine while completing a particular task. It is helpful in eliminating unnecessary motions and finding the best method of doing a particular job. It is also helpful in improving the efficiency of an employee. Modern technique is used to know whether some element of a job can be eliminated or the sequence can be changed for smooth flow of task. Fatigue study. It refers to determine the duration and frequency of rest intervals to complete a particular job. There may be so many causes of fatigue, such as long working hours without sufficient break, target pressure, poor working condition, which results into physical and mental stress, that is fatigue. It also have adverse effect on health and efficiency of employees. Main objective of this study is to maintain the efficiency level of employees. Standardization of tools and equipments. With the help of various experiments conducted at workplace, Taylor advocated standardization of tools and equipments, standardized working environments, and methods of production help to reduce wastage of materials, cost of production, fatigue among the workers. It also helps to improve the quality of work. Scientific task setting. Taylor emphasized the need for fixing a fair day's work. Scientific work setting is important to prevent the employees from doing work much below their capacity. By using this technique, employees will complete the task according to standard given. Management can keep proper control on optimum utilization of workforce. Scientific selection and training. It refers to selecting right person for the right job by using scientific selection procedures. For example, procedure for scientific selection is receiving application, screening application, personal interview, written test, panel interview, reference check, medical examination, final selection, and lastly, placement of an employee. It needs to fix job specification, that is, qualification, experience, skill, knowledge of employee as per the requirement. Employees are selected according to predetermined standard in an impartial way, that is, without doing partiality amongst the employee. After selection, management provide proper training program to increase the efficiency of employees. Functional organization. In this concept, it is explained that planning is separated from implementation. That means planning is done by different people and actual work is supervised by different people. Thus, every worker will be supervised by two different set of supervisors. He recommended 8 foremen to control the various aspects of production. Students' explanation for this point will be seen by the following diagram. Factory manager has divided work in two departments, that is, planning department and production department. 4 experts are appointed in each and every department. Experts in planning department will do planning work and experts in production department helps in production work. Now let us see the first part, that is the planning in charge, which is looked by the instruction card clerk. This clerk prepares the instruction card for the workers. This card contains information about nature of work, procedure of doing it, material to be used, and the details about machinery. Second is route clerk. This clerk ensures the sequence of completing a particular work. That is, the stages the work has to be passed before finalizing the work. He also decides the job to be done for the day and where it is to be done. Third is time and cost clerk. This clerk decides as to when a particular work is to be started and finished. That is what time the whole work will take place. It also decides the time at what cost the product will be produced. Fourth is the discipline officer. The discipline officer ensures that every work is being performed in a disciplined manner, that is, every employee is following the rules and regulation of factory. Now let's go to the second part, that is the production part, which is handled by the speed boss. Speed boss, the main function of the speed boss is to ensure that all the workers are performing their work at the required or expected speed. If it is not so, the speed boss tries to find out the cause of slow speed and hence a solution for it. Next is gang boss. The workers are divided into various groups. A group leader is selected who is known as gang boss. He is expected to ensure that both the workers and machines are fit enough for production and that the material required for their use has been made available to them. Next is repair boss. The main function of repair boss is to keep the machines and the tools in working condition. Next, inspector. He inspects the things produced and compares their quality with the standard prescribed for them and try to find out the differences. In case of unfavorable result, he initiates corrective action. Differential piece rate wage plan. Remuneration should be fixed in such a way that average worker is motivated to attain a standard output. Taylor suggested the differential piece wage system. Higher rates are offered to employees who complete the work more than the standard quantity under this system. On the other hand, if an employee is performing below the standard, he shall be given lower rate of wages. This technique motivates the employee to attain higher standard performance and earn wages, that is remuneration at higher rate. Now let's learn this point in detail with an example. Let the standard output per day be 20 units and the two wage rate be rupees 5 per unit. If an employee achieves the standard output and rupees 4 per unit if employee doesn't achieve the standard output. Worker A produces 20 units in a day and in doing so he earns rupees 100, that is 20 units into rupees 5 per units, because he had achieved the standard output per day. Another worker B produces only 18 units in a day and he earns only rupees 72, that is 18 units and rupees 4 per units. In this way, even though B had produced only 2 units less than A worker, there is a difference in their wages by rupees 28. B worker got rupees 4 per unit because he had not achieved the standard output. As a result, we can see that less efficient workers will be motivated to work more and efficient workers will be motivated to maintain their efficiency. Thank you, students.